The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the Phil's Gang Radio Show, coast to coast. Mr. Phil Grandy is on vacation and will return Monday, October the 3rd. Happy Friday to everyone. Once again, the weekend is upon us. This, taking over the show, kind of, filling in, are the Phil's Gang texts. So you're joined by JR.
Hello.
Steve.
Good afternoon, everybody.
And my name is Alex. Tuesday and Thursday of this week, Phil's Gang was honored to have Mr. Craig Roberts filling in for Phil, and what a great job Craig Roberts did. And we thank you very much, sir, from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you, Craig.
Yep, well done.
Something that deserves our attention, and yours as well, is Wells Fargo. Once again, the CEO, John Stump, is in front of Congressman. I'm going to play this clip of Representative Sean Duffy asking Stump questions in regards to the absolute dishonesty and thievery of Wells Fargo and the people involved with stealing.
How do you classify what Wells Fargo did with this potentially 2 million account holders?
Well, the 2 million account holders were accounts was about the PwC looked at 93 million accounts. The 2 million are.
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry.
Was this fraud? Was this just a HR problem? Was this theft? How do you see this?
Yeah, the 2 million accounts could not be ruled out.
I'm asking about how do you classify when you took $22 to $25 from whatever the number is? Maybe it's 1 million, maybe it's 2 million. How do you classify that?
Well, I think it was dishonest. It broke our code of ethics, and the people who are responsible.
Was it theft?
Pardon me?
Was it theft? Did you steal?
Our people did not do what was right.
That's not my question. Did you steal? I want to know if you and I are on the same page. Did Wells Fargo employees steal from 1 million to 2 million of their customers? Yes or no?
In some cases, they did.
They did?
Yes.
Oh, John, CEO of Wells Fargo. And you don't really know what's going on in your company that you've been with for over 35 years? This bank has been stealing from its customers for over 5 years, in which you knew about, John. You knew about it. You knew theft was happening. Okay, and you finally admit to it there after you're grilled. You know, here we are in 2016 in Wells Fargo. Dishonestly and lawlessness, it's worse than ever. They're still stealing. Hello? Why is John Stump in front of congressmen instead of in striped pajamas in front of a federal judge?
If you're stealing from them, in 2011, 1,000 people are fired for stealing, and what do? You don't fix the problem. And 1,000 people are fired in 2012, and you don't fix the problem. And in 2013, 1,200 people are fired, and we still have a problem. And you're stealing from people. Well, so listen, I guarantee you, that any bank in my community, if they were stealing from someone at the lower level, fired and fixed the problem on day one.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. In fact,
No. Trying to do, we're 5 years on.
Yeah, and fix the problem. Well, once again.
Sounds like my 10-year-old son when he's in trouble and I caught him red-handed doing something wrong.
No, I fixed it.
Well, and here's Representative Duffy. I mean, you can hear in his voice how excited he's getting from this guy blatantly lying to him, right? And he's saying we need to fix the problem. Well, the problem is him. Why do you keep going through this time and time again? In order to fix that problem, you get rid of him and the executives and the people behind this. Because what's going to happen? Seriously, are they like JR said, is it lip service? Are they going to have a follow-through and actually do something with these people? Or is it going to be, the board wants me to step down early, so I'm going to take an early retirement in a $150 million umbrella, and then I'll leave?
This sham was not an attempt to steal a few $1 million in fees from your customers, although that's important. Because you could say that few $1 million wasn't material. What was material is the price of your stock. You opened 2 million phony accounts and then went and told, and it had to be material because you were bragging about it to the people investing in your stock, that you had higher penetration rates, more accounts per customer, that the number of banking customers that had credit cards had grown from the mid 20% up to 42%. So it had to be material. You were talking about it. The peak firings, according to your own documents, was in 2013. So you knew you had a problem then.
Correct.
Why didn't you tell shareholders our penetration rates are phony, our new accounts are phony accounts, and when we tell you we're deepening our relationship with our customers, we're doing so by putting them through the ringer? What internal audit system did you have that assured you that you didn't have a material problem?
Congressman, I have to push back here. This is the behavior of people that we found that we did not want.
Oh, come on. And their auditing system, I'll tell you what their auditing system is. A rug and a very large broom. That's their auditing system, okay? And we're starting to see the unmasking. Something is unfolding in front of our eyes, and we need to pay attention because we're finding out who these criminals truly are.
Who is the highest ranking official at Wells? Who's the highest person in the management team who's been dismissed because of these activities?
As you know, or maybe you don't know, but within the 5,300, there were managers and managers and managers of a manager. We are doing a full review.
But were these branch managers?
Yes, about 10% or more.
Nobody above the branch manager level?
No, there was managers of the branch managers and a manager of those.
And branch managers, the CEO of one of the largest banks in America, and he wants to talk about branch managers. Really, John, please.
I'm the chairman and chief executive officer of Wells Fargo, where I've worked for nearly 35 years. I am deeply sorry that we failed to fulfill our responsibility to our customers, to our team members, and to the American public.
JR, I think that is one of the most expensive apologies that I have ever heard.
Oh, you'd better believe it. And costly for their name as well. And in that other cut where they were talking about the share prices and how they were basically rigged. They were all the prices went up, right? And they were getting penetration of customers, blah, blah, blah. But remember, that all goes back to the first Clinton administration when they decided to tie CEOs' payments to their stock. So, yeah, he absolutely knew that they were fraud when he handed them out. But would he stop? No. Why? Because his compensation is dictated on share price. That's why we get all these stock buybacks, and that's why we have problems like this. They don't care about their customers. They don't care about their companies anymore, and this goes for all the S&P 500 companies. All they care about is the stock price and how big they can jack it up so they can walk out of there if they get fired, which is apparently unheard of, but they can walk out of there with a nice, big, fat, juicy paycheck. And really, it doesn't matter what else happens to that company.
Well, and worst off, right, is that all the people they ripped off, all the people that they stole from, it's a clause. They can't sue them. They can't go in a court of law and sue these people. I'll tell you what, if you're interested in what we do here at Phil's Gang, please go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Hold tight. Stock Corner is coming up next. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no free money. It's a scam. Here's how it works. You ever notice that you can't get the money all at once? Why not? Why don't they just give you the match all at once? Why over 6 years? Because they know only 12% of the people who work for a company stay for 6 years or more. Only 12% are there for 6 years. That's why they plugged it to 6 years. They know you're not going to stay. So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of the company. It's a scam. There's an alternative, though. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Vesta 1000, the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show, the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. And before the break, we were discussing John Stump and the most expensive apology that I think any of us have ever heard. And, you know, there's no sympathy card being played here. I'm not sorry. I don't feel sorry for you at all, John. You or your CEOs. You know, you're going to end up getting what's coming to you. And I guarantee there's a lot of people leaving Wells Fargo Bank. I know I did. And right now, we're going to take you over to JR, and we're going to do some Stock Corner for you.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 Stock Charts.
And good afternoon, everyone. This is Stock Corner. And so the other day we had some problems over in Europe with the banks, and quickly Germany came out and said that they would support Deutsche Bank collapsing. And today it's back up above its high or low from yesterday. And that leads us to some of these stocks here, and we'll go ahead and play these.
What's your opinion of Seco Environmental, symbol CE?
I happen to like it. I happen to like industrial filters. This is not just because the symbol is the name of my daughter, but I also think that this is a growth business. We got to go on there.
Okay, so, all right, we like it because it's the name of Kramer's daughter, right? That's a reason that we should own that stock. This stock is up considerably, and if you look at the charts, it's not really ready to buy yet. It still has to take out some resistance up above 1182 area. So again, it's not about what your daughter's name is on the stock or what that stock does. All of that stuff means nothing anymore. What means something is the big guys buying it. Are they putting money in? Are they taking money out? And since it hit its high back on, looks like August 25th, that high being at 1175, it sold off into it because, again, the big guys pulled their money out. Now they're starting to think about putting it in. It's too early to tell yet whether or not they're going to, but until it gets past that high, the big money could just go right back into it, go up to that 1176 area, and then sell off. Let's take a listen to another one.
Tell me about waste management. The stock's got to stop going down soon. David Steiner, come on, man. But we do have that almost 3% yield, and I like the business very much. I say buy.
All right, so waste management, WM. Yes, it's been going down. It's reached a high back on, I'm looking at my chart here, Tuesday. The high was 70.50. And it's now trading at 63.84, and it's not quite ready to get into yet. It's getting there. The money looks like it's going to come in here pretty soon, but it hasn't started yet. The only way to tell is to watch the charts and see exactly when that money comes in. And until it comes in, I'm not a buyer. I don't care what Kramer just said. It really means nothing. And remember, Kramer runs his own fund, everybody. He's got his own little ulterior motive to why you're going to buy that stock. Waste management, I'm sure, is one of the ones in his fund. But that's not it. I mean, we got CNBC here talking about Nike.
Nike under pressure. There it is, down 3% after that earnings miss. The company beating on the top and the bottom line.
I want to buy it. This is a great company. This was not a bad earnings report, and the orders overall were up 7%, which is great. I'd love that sort of growth. The problem is the stock trades terribly right now, and it's been doing that for over a year.
Okay, so let me break this down, and I'll be really succinct with it. I want to buy it. The stock trades terribly. Whenever you hear that, he's covering his rear. That means when you catch what's called a falling knife, which would be exactly what you would get if you bought this stock, because it's still, money is just flowing right out of it. Just now today it's got a little bump because of the market. But that doesn't mean that because the price went up from its low from yesterday, the low being that 52.12, and it's up to 52.72. That doesn't mean there's buyers. That just means the people who shorted it from way, way back. The short started back on Friday, September 9th, at about 55.26, and it's been going down to 52. Those people, they got to take profits sometimes. When they do that, the stock goes up. It's called short covering rally. And, you don't definitely want to buy Nike, that's for sure. You've still got a lot of room to go lower, especially if it takes out yesterday's low, that low being 52.12. It can go right down to 51.47 quite easily. And that's all there is to it. I mean, it's really very simple. Once you learn how to read a chart, which is what we teach you here at Phil's Gang, you'll easily be able to make decisions about your trades. There won't be any kind of guesswork or worried about what the CEO is doing or what the company makes or any of that rigmarole that they talk about all day on CNBC or Jim Cramer's show. All of that stuff is story time, storytelling. They tell you stories to make it seem like it's a good idea to buy, when in actuality, it may not be. Sometimes, there's very rare times, but sometimes Cramer's right about a stock. I mean, I can count the times that he has been since I've been here, probably on one hand, but still, fundamentals don't work. They haven't worked since we deregulated the stock market back in the late 70s, early 80s. They're never going to work again. The reason for that is because it's not about fundamentals anymore. They want you to think that it's about fundamentals, but it's not. It's about what is Vanguard buying? What is BlackRock buying? What's Goldman Sachs buying? And they don't want you to know that, because if you know that, then you won't be in your mutual fund anymore. You'll be trading stocks on a chart like we do here at Phil's Gang. And that's what we do. We teach you for $39.95 a month. You can join the gang. Right now there's a special offer where if you join for $39.95, you get the MV2, the long-term trading chart, for free for 30 days. And if you join, I can assure you, we'll make it as clear as a bell how to learn to read charts, and they all work the same. There's only a few buy patterns. And when you do make money, we ask that you send some money to St. Jude. We'll be right back after this break with some more. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160? With 2% fee, it drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you'll be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hello and welcome back to Phil's Gang. My name is Alex. You're being joined by JR and Steve as well. And it is Friday. I said this in the beginning of the show, and I'm extremely excited. The weekend is here. We all have been working so hard, and I know you guys have too. And I want to give a shout out to Ronnie, Phil's Gang favorite hardworking truck driver. He called us earlier today and was thanking us and telling us what a great job that we do and how much he appreciates us. And I got to say, Ronnie, thank you so much. That was awesome, and we appreciate you too. Have a great weekend, my brother. And what else do we have here today? Hey, you guys often wonder what Obama meant back in 2008 when he said change has come to America?
Because of what we did on this day, in this election, at this defining moment, change has come to America.
Now, Obama nearly...
Not the change we wanted.
Right, we needed dollars, didn't we? We still do.
I have one thing to say. I have a really close friend who was a liberal Democrat for many years, and back in 2008, before Obama became president, or even he was just running. He was running against Clinton and everybody else. He called me and said, JR, do not vote for Obama. And I wasn't going to anyway, but I'm like, wow, I can't believe it. I said, well, you're all Democrat and liberaled up. Why wouldn't you vote for Obama? Isn't he your boy? You know, that team that you're on, that Democrat team? Oh, well, I love my country. That's what he said to me, and I will never, ever forget that, ever.
Well, you and your friend should be happy because Obama's, he's at the end of his final term in America. That's if he doesn't decide to run again, like he always says. And he's leaving this country in serious trouble, in turmoil.
Absolute
economically,
shambles.
Politically, socially, racially, and institutionally. Under Barack Hussein Obama, the Federal Reserve flatly refused this last week for the umpteenth million time to hike interest rates because of the still fragile nature of Obama's very weak economy. It is barely growing at a mediocre rate of little more than 1%. Business investment is softening. Productivity is down, as are factory orders. The real honest-to-goodness unemployment rate is at 10%, if not higher. Wage growth on a nominal basis, and relatively stagnant. Most Americans tell pollsters that the economy and jobs remain their top concern. Yet Janet Yellen, whom Mr. Obama appointed, of course she's not political, neither is the Fed.
No, goodness, no.
Well, she said last week that she and her board members were generally pleased with how the U.S. economy is doing.
We're generally pleased with how the U.S. economy is doing. We're seeing definite evidence that the economy is now expanding more strongly.
So if I look at the GDP, we went up exactly 0.3%, and that's what she's pleased about. 0.3% in gross domestic product, and that's a good thing.
Man, it doesn't take much to please her, does it?
I guess not.
The median economic growth forecast among Fed heads is that the economy will grow by only 1.8% this year.
Did you say deadhead? Oh, I meant you said deadhead.
No, you could say that. It's great. Down from their 2% forecast in June. And of course, that's their goal, is 2%. And then they'll raise rates. That's
2% of inflation that they decide to look at. Remember, everyone, when they come out and they say, oh, well, there's only 2% inflation and the Fed can't see any, we're going to leave rates low because there's no inflation. They don't tell you that they're not counting food. They're not counting energy. There's two big things that everybody needs. Everyone in this entire country needs food. Everybody in this entire country needs to buy stuff for energy, for gas, for electric. But hey, no, at the Fed we don't really look at that. We're just going to take a look at Rolls-Royce dealerships, and looks like their cars have only went up 2%. So there's your inflation, 2%. So we're going to leave rates low. Not counting any of the food that you eat anywhere, including fast food or anything. None of that's counted. None of the energy that you buy, electric, fuel for your car, none of that's counted either. So exactly where is this 2%? Is this 2% on actual goods that you could buy? Or they're probably, if I know the Fed, they're probably capital goods like giant airplanes and machinery that make, Caterpillar devices, things that people aren't going to buy every day anyway. And that's why they lump that in there, and they can come out and tell everybody that, oh, it's only 2%. They're not telling you that they're not really counting much of anything. They're just counting stuff that they probably know is only going to go up 2% anyway.
And under Obama's failed economic policies and the threat of Hillary raising taxes higher, the American economy has remained in a deep slump, unable to climb out of its long, low-growth range, and now sinking further into an economic quagmire in his last year in office, or driving the car further into the ditch. Do you blame Trump for questioning Janet Yellen and this failed Obama economy? I don't blame her.
Trump is right. And Trump is just a ghost of what the people feel in this country. If you didn't have Trump, you'd have somebody else just like Trump that would be there right in Trump's place. Trump is a creation of what you get when you do these types of policies on the governmental level. Trump is just part of the anger of the regular American, not the deplorables like they call, like Hillary will call you a deplorable. Oh, you like Trump? That's deplorable. What it is the people who really know how things work, the intelligent people who know that raising taxes isn't going to do anything, because they're not going to raise taxes on GE. They're not going to raise taxes on Apple. All those guys, they don't pay taxes anyway. They shove all those taxes overseas. They have army of lawyers to get them tax shelters. It's the small business that they're going to raise taxes on. The guy in your town that runs a little business, he doesn't have an army of lawyers. He can't offshore his tax money so that the government can't get it like IBM can or GE can. She works for those people.
Mm-hmm. And I totally agree with you, 100%. And going back to what you were just saying in regards to Trump basically being a byproduct of what's happening in our economy, a lot of Americans feel the same way, exact same way Trump does. I mean, they're upset, and I don't blame them because they trusted Obama. They believed in Obama. And 7.5 years later, Americans were fooled, and they're upset. When you compare the Obama's painful economic record with that of Ronald Reagan, say, okay, in his third year in office, when the nation's GDP growth rate soared to 5.6% in the third quarter, and then to 7.7% in the last 3 months of 1983. By 1984, Reagan was achieving quarterly economic growth rates of 8.5%, 7.9%, 6.9%, and 5.8% as the nation responded to lower tax rates, increased investment, and higher incomes. He won re-election that year in a 59-state landslide.
Yep.
And make no mistake, Hillary Clinton is running on an Obama agenda, maybe even more left, that so many have suggested, okay, that would raise taxes on businesses and upper income Americans. Clearly, Hillary is pushing the same narrative that they are not paying their fair share. And I tell you what, go to www.philsgang.com, check out the website. If you have any questions, by all means call us. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. There's so many ways to make money, and I believe one of the best ways to make money is with Phil's Gang. We're there with you every step of the way. We use proprietary charts that work. Our charts work. There's nothing out there like them because it's out of the mind of a genius called Mr. Phil Grandy. And once again, that's philsgang.com, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Don't go anywhere. It's Friday. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
My name is Bill Kaufman, and I have been a gang member for 14 years. I am very excited and impressed with the new MV1 and MV2 software chart. I love the easy readability. Phil has added pre- and post-market candlesticks and the ability to create stock lists. The charts can now be viewed on your smartphone or tablet. I would recommend the Max Vector 1000 chart to any type of investor.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, Phil'sGang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. Phil'sGang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. My name is Alex. You're being joined by JR and Steve, and I think Steve is going to give us an insight on what's going on in the federal debt, is it?
Yeah, I'm going to turn back time for all you gang members who have been with us for a while. We used to do a segment called the Government Waste Report, and here we go.
Millions of stimulus dollars meant to energize our local economy and create jobs haven't even been touched.
The federal government has 47 job training programs, 44 of which overlap.
We're going to go through our books page by page, line by line, to eliminate waste and inefficiency.
Where are your taxpayer dollars going? The Phil's Gang Government Waste Report.
And as the federal debt surpasses $20 trillion, that's trillion with a T, taxpayers are paying over $40 billion a year on government waste. But wasn't it Obama that told us that Joe Biden was going to stop government waste?
Joe will keep an eye on how precious tax dollars are being spent. To you, he's Mr. Vice President, but around the White House, we call him the sheriff. Because if you're misusing taxpayer money, you'll have to answer to him.
Ooh, scary.
And in a recent report, if Congress were to cut unnecessary and ineffective speeding in the federal government, it could balance the budget in 1 year by following the recommendations put forth by citizens against government waste. The report, titled Prime Cuts 2016, outlines 618 recommendations to cut wasteful government spending that would not only balance the budget within 1 year, but would save taxpayers $644.1 billion with a B dollars in the first year and $2.6 trillion over 5 years.
Because if you're misusing taxpayer money, you'll have to answer to him.
You gotta wonder why the Obama administration has been for the past 7 years where they've been. The report finds wasteful spending in nearly every agency of the federal government, including the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, the Labor Department, the Treasury, Housing and Urban Development, the Justice Department, and the Department of Commerce. This is crazy stuff. Here are some examples. At the Department of Health and Human Services, if Congress were to reduce improper Medicare payments by 50% in 5 years, the department could save taxpayers $4.3 billion in just 1 year. That's right, $4.3 billion in 1 year. At the Department of Transportation, if Congress were to eliminate federal subsidies for Amtrak, taxpayers could save $1.4 billion in 1 year and $7.1 billion in 5 years. Amtrak has been in business for 45 years and has cost taxpayers more than $40 billion. At the Environmental Protection Agency, if Congress were to eliminate the Energy Star program, which is a labeling program to identify energy-efficient products, you've probably seen those before, Alex, maybe on your dishwasher or your laundry machine.
Oh, yeah.
Computer monitor.
Mm-hmm.
It could save taxpayers $52 million in just 1 year. According to the Government Accountability Office, an audit found that 20 phony products were submitted for certification, and of those, 15 were cleared. As one economist said, by following the blueprint provided by Prime Cuts 2016, wasteful government spending can be eliminated. The U.S. can achieve the first balanced budget since fiscal year 1998.
Wow!
What do you think about that, Alex?
A lot of this stuff to me sounds kind of ridiculous. I'll tell you what government waste is. Government waste are the individuals sitting in government. That's government waste.
Indeed.
You know, and $20 trillion. Most people, okay, have never seen a million of something. Okay, imagine taking a pen, for instance, and you look at the pen, it's no big deal. Look at a million pens, and you'll be, wow, that's a lot of pens. Now we get into billions and then trillions. I can't even conceive 1 trillion, let alone 20. And then, you know, I touched on this before. I believe it was earlier this week, or maybe it was last week. I can't remember. But nobody's saying anything about, you know, the Pentagon losing.
It was last week, yeah. $6 trillion.
$6.5 trillion. That's on top of the $2.5 trillion that they lost back in 2001. Mm-hmm. So now they've lost $9 trillion.
The question is, how do they get that when they only have about $600 billion in money coming from the taxpayer to begin
their
with?
Budget was very small.
Yeah, that's
weird.
what we should be asking. That's what the American people should be asking. And to be honest with you, you know, when I go to the bank to manage my money. I go to a bank for the loans. You know, that's what we do. And I'm getting sick and tired of being everybody else's bank. The American people have become the bank. Okay, We're the ones who bail out the bank. We are the bank's bank. How does that happen? How do we let the Federal Reserve take over? How do we let these big banks take over? And there's no accountability. I understand that, you know, Wells Fargo is in a lot of deep trouble, okay? But what's going to come out of that? What is is anybody going to go to prison? And I love how these congressmen always seem to get tough and rough and crack down. Gee, right around November.
If you're stealing from them, in 2011, 1,000 people are fired for stealing, and what do? You don't fix the problem.
Is that coincidence?
Are you nuts?
Yeah, I don't believe any of these people anymore. What do you believe these people, Steve?
You couldn't pay me to believe these people, Alex. I've got a couple more for you that I'd like to go over real quick.
Absolutely.
In addition to those government department waste and abuse practices, there's more. Here are some examples from the Citizens Against Government Waste Pig book. The cost of earmarks in fiscal year 2016 is $5.1 billion, an increase of 21.4% from the $4.2 billion in fiscal year 2015. Wow. But wait, you say, didn't Obama and Congress put an earmark moratorium on fiscal spending? Unfortunately, the earmark moratorium has not only failed to eliminate earmarks, but also has rendered the process patently less transparent. What do you think, JR?
I think that's not surprising coming from the person who said he would run the most transparent administration that has the biggest crackdown on whistleblowers in the history of our government. If you were a transparent government and you had nothing to hide, just like they say how we have nothing to hide, so give up your rights, to what Snowden released about how they were spying on us through the NSA, and then they turn around and say there's nothing to hide here, and then we're not going to do earmarks, and we're going to crack down on them, and then mysteriously there are still earmarks, yet it's harder to see these earmarks. Something is terribly wrong with that situation. That's
sure. Right, and there are no names of legislators, no list or chart of earmarks, and limited information on where and how the money will be spent. Earmarks were scattered throughout the legislative and report language, requiring substantial detective work to unearth each project. Sounds like Chicago wise guy politics to me. $1.9 million for lifestyle coaching for Senate staff, or how about spending $1.5 billion for the maintenance of vacant federal buildings? Justice Department spends $626,000 so its employees can use travel agents instead of booking online. In the Pentagon's budget, including a $9 million reality television series for the Army and a $34 million military headquarters in Afghanistan, that will never be used.
Joe will keep an eye on how precious tax dollars are being spent.
Anyways, Alex, back to you.
Yeah, I want to take this time to say, the biggest part of Phil's Gang is that we give to St. Jude. All this got started because of children. All this has started because of St. Jude. And I want to take this time personally to thank Mr. Phil Grandy. Thank you so much for letting us do the radio show. It's been quite an experience.
Yes.
Welcome back from vacation. Look forward to seeing you Monday. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Phil will be back on Monday. So by all means, go to www.philsgang.com or call us 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. Have a great, fun, and safe weekend.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.